Hey you guys, checking in, seeing who wants to go live with me, who is going to tune into this video. Regardless of who you are or where you are, I love you. And I just wanted to talk about the topic of asking versus thanking. I just made a live video of this on Facebook, so if you're friends with me on there, you can watch it there. But I figured I would share a little bit more about it on Instagram, because a lot of you are not Facebook friends with me. So wait a little moment here as I review my notes. Okay. So, back to the title, asking versus thanking. What am I even talking about here? I'm talking about prayer, and I'm talking about, more specifically, the manifestation process. We are all co-creators here now in this reality, and I think that most people who are following me on here are already aware of that to some degree. So this is for people who want to reflect, bounce ideas off of each other, maybe refine that manifestation process. And by manifestation process, I am referring to natural law and the law of attraction. What you believe, what you believe, you will receive. Whatever image you hold in your mind's eye will be reflected back to you. When I say your mind's eye, I don't mean an eye like these. The mind's eye can see into the infinite depths of the universe. Whatever we're seeing in our mind's eye is reflected by this cosmic mirror. And I don't mean a regular mirror like you or I have above our bathroom sink. I mean the cosmic mirror, the great cosmic mirror that can reflect to us anything which we believe we can receive in our mind's eye, in our imagination. It's infinite, this mirror. So what's the difference between asking for something and thanking for something? If I'm praying for something, and I used this example in my last video, let's say I'm a runner and I want to win a race. I'm not going to pray in a way that I'm going to ask some source outside of me, please help me to win this race. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to ask some source outside of myself to help me win this race. I'm not going to ask some source outside of myself to bring me something that I wish to see manifested. I am aware that myself is a part of the greater one self. And I'm aware of my creative abilities in this life, in this reality. And I'm aware that whatever I see in my mind's eye, whatever I really see and feel consistently, whatever I give my power to consistently through my visions and my feelings as one, is going to be made manifest. So no, I'm not going to ask, because if I ask, then what is that cosmic mirror going to reflect back to me? It's always going to reflect back the asking. You want to actually see the thing that you wish to manifest as though it has already happened. What does that look like to you? What does that feel like to you? Let me ask you this. What is more fun to you? What sounds more enjoyable to you? Sitting there and asking some source to bring you something, or sitting there and actually feeling as though the thing has already happened. Even if you don't have that belief yet, the belief in your creative abilities, that belief in yourself, or the belief in creator, even if you don't have that, it still makes more sense, at least to me, to sit there and envision and feel the thing that you want to see unfold, rather than asking for it. Asking for it just doesn't sound very fun. Asking reveals doubt. If you truly believe that everything exists simultaneously here now in this present moment, if you truly believe that our abundance is infinite, then why would you ask? You would approach it, rather, with a sense of knowing, a deep knowing. Hopefully a knowing on fire, because when you really have that knowing, then spirit enters your body and you're alive in that knowing. There's passion in that knowing. And that feeling is what's going to bring about the thing that you want to manifest even faster. So again, I wouldn't come at it with this asking, which reveals uncertainty and doubt. I would come at it from an angle of confidence, self-confidence, but not just self-confidence, the greater self, God, confidence in source, spirit. And so I would consider this cosmic mirror reflecting the image in my mind's eye. No, I wouldn't ask, because then I know I would always just receive that reflection back to me of asking. No, I'm going to see the thing already happening. I'm going to feel it already happening, and that mirror is going to reflect it back to me by natural law. This is the ultimate truth. And so, to take it a step farther, natural law, this field, we can work for the light or the dark. We can use these laws for better or for worse, for evil or for good. Sure. So you can try to manifest, not you can try, you can manifest anything you want to manifest, absolutely. And you will manifest it, but you won't have the cherry on top. You won't get the best, most sustainable results if it's not for the highest good of everything as one. This is reflected in the truth that God helps those who help themselves. This is a very old saying. I'm sure a lot of you have heard it before. And the reason this is true is when you consider the science of the mind, at least, God helps those who help themselves. We are that, the universe. We are a part of that God, a part of it. And so if we have that doubt, for sure, we're not going to be able to manifest the thing that we want to see manifest because we're getting in our own way. If we have that doubt, then what is the image we're giving to the universe? Definitely not in alignment with the achievement of whatever the goal is. So back to this concept of evil versus good. So we can manifest anything. You can manifest anything, but when your intentions are to manifest the things that are for the highest good of everything as one, the magic will unfold with more power than it ever could if it was the other way around. This is just how it is. Let's see. Another thing is, when is a good time to practice this? Because if every thought that we thought of manifested, things would be a lot crazier than they already are. So it's the thoughts that we consistently give our power to and that we give our feeling to, that we really begin to believe and embody, if only in our mind's eye. That's okay. That's where it all begins. But it's those thoughts, the ones we give our power to, that will be made manifest. So when is the most efficient time to give thanks for things already having been done? When is the best time for visualization? And that would be right when you're waking up and right when you're going to sleep. Because the way in which we naturally wake up and naturally fall asleep, there is a progression of brain vibrations. I'm not a scientist, but I'll try to explain it as best as I can. I'm sure a lot of you will understand because it's inherent. This ability to do this is within all of us. So when you're drifting off to sleep and your body is rested, it's not right when you lay down, but you're laying down for a bit, you're meditating, your body's relaxing, but your mind is very present. This is a great time to begin visualizing the things that you want to see unfold. And I don't mean just do it one night. You want to do it every night. Really keep it up. So that way when you go to sleep, your body begins to relax, but your mind is still present. You're thinking of that thing, and your mind is sure to follow your body soon, because when something happens in one dimension, it happens in all of the dimensions. So if it's happening to your physical body, it's going to happen to your mental body. This is how we fall asleep. Our physical body goes to sleep, and then our mind will follow, or vice versa. It doesn't really matter which way you're working with. One is going to follow the other. So you relax your body, your mind is still there, you plant the seed, you fall asleep with the seed having been planted, and boom, it's nourished in the dream time, in the dream world. And then when you wake up, let it be the first thing you think about. Unless, you have for me personally, the first thing I think about is always the same. It's health, happiness, and abundance for one and all, etc., etc. I have these very basic prayers. But right after that is when I get into my specific goals every day and every night. So you want to go to sleep with that goal in mind, and you want to wake up with that goal in mind. And then what you can do, even throughout the day, to keep the ball rolling and to keep the momentum building, and keep the excitement and passion building for this thing that you want to manifest, you can practice little exercises to get into that brainwave state any time of the day. We have the ability to control these brainwave states. We have the ability to manipulate these states through meditation, through awareness, presence. So you can take the time throughout the day. You can, even if you're at work, you can go into the bathroom for 5 minutes. And you can practice this, just relaxing your body. If your body relaxes, your mind will follow. This is the law. This is science. This is the nature of you. The ability and power to do this is inherent in you and in everyone. So you relax your body, even if it's 5 minutes, just relax. And your mind will follow, and your brainwave state will shift. And that is when you want to plant the seed and you want to think and feel the thing that you want to see manifest. You can even create a symbol for that thing so that the whole process is faster and more efficient. It doesn't matter how fast or how slow, how much time you do it for. The point is belief. So the only reason we need to consistently do it at first is because we're growing that belief. If we already had that belief, we wouldn't need to do it so consistently. We would be in frickin' Atlantis and we would be like, I want to manifest this car. Bing, there it is. But what's revealed in that example is even far more profound, is that it not only is it belief, but it's our intentions in alignment with the highest good of everything as one. When your intentions are selfless for the one, when you're working with and for God, then a certain kind of magic unfolds. Then those things will be brought to you even faster. Your faith grows deeper, faster. The source, the universe, God, spirit, loves when we trust. The more we trust, the more the magic will happen. The universe doesn't put out the net until you jump, right? That's because you are the universe. Universe. We are that. This is the irony of the mind. And so the more brave you are, the less hesitation to act on your intuition, okay? The shorter the time from your intuitive message to your acting upon it, the faster the magic will manifest. God wants you to trust. Spirit, source wants you to trust you. Your deepest self at your heart of hearts wants you to trust. The faster you believe, the faster you receive. The universe doesn't care about time. It's all belief. So what will it take to get you there? If that takes, a consistent practice, then so be it. But do what you have to do to get to that point. So let's see here. I wrote a couple of notes and I want to make sure that I spoke about everything that was coming up in my mind. I mean, I feel like I pretty much touched on everything I wanted to talk about, but one more thing is remember that when you ask instead of thinking, this does reveal doubt. When you ask, it's not in the most efficient form for truly manifesting what you want to see manifest in the most efficient way possible. So rather than asking, give thanks as though it already happened. I know we said that already, but I'm just reiterating here because that is basically the point of this whole video. Oh yeah, check out this room. It's really cool. I'm in the yoga room. And what else? So you can ask and you can go through that, but why even go through all that to just get to the point of believing anyway? You might as well go straight to the belief. You might as well go straight to the thanks. If you really believe that you're manifesting this reality, if you really believe that you are creating this reality, if you really believe that all things exist simultaneously here now, then give thanks for it already happening. Why are you asking for it? Who are you asking? Nothing's outside of you. It all exists in here. So feel it, believe it, and it will be reflected back to you. Also, what is your intention? What is your intention behind what you're desiring to manifest? Whatever that intention is. Instead of intention, consider it as an accomplished goal. Instead of seeing it as your intention, seeing it as an accomplished goal. Like, if my intention is to be a better person, I'm not just going to always intend to be a better person, because if I don't act upon it, then nothing is going to come of it. I'll never manifest anything from that intention. So if I want to be a better person, I'm going to see that as having been an accomplished goal of mine here now. I'm going to see what that looks like. I'm going to feel what that feels like. What are the things that would make me a better person? Maybe I would see myself helping others or helping someone in need. Maybe cooking for someone who doesn't know how, or reading a story to a child who never gets read to, or giving someone a massage who really needs it. Whatever it is, but get detailed with it. Really think it, really see it, really feel it. And that is the power of prayer and envisioning what you want to see manifest. Again, going back to what I said before, you can sit there and just ask, or you could sit there and doubt whatever the thing is even going to happen. But none of that's going to feel good. So instead, just sit there and think of the thing that you want to happen. Just think of it. And then think of what that would look like. How would that feel? Start off small. Even if you start off small, a little more each day, watch your faith grow. And what could be so bad about that, sitting there and thinking about the thing that you love and envisioning the thing that you love? It sounds like fun to me. It is fun. I know it's fun, and I know it's real, and I know it works. That's why I'm even making this video, because I've been doing this for years. I know it works. It works. It really does. It's so good. So I invite you, rather than sitting there and doubting that you can have this or that, doubting that you can make this or that happen, rather than sitting there and asking some source outside of yourself to make it happen, to sit there and just picture what it would be like if it did. What do you have to lose? What would it be like if it did happen? Wow. That just reminded me of some meme I saw once that was like, something like, if you jump, you might fall, but if you jump, you might fall, but darling, what if you fly? Same concept. Like, what do you have to lose? When you're sitting there and you're doubting or asking for something from some outside source, you're just giving away your power. Direct it inward. Use what you got. Use your power, which is connected to the greatest power, to source, which is infinitely abundant. Know here and now that you can have anything you desire. And even if you don't have that belief yet, that's okay. But again, going back to the simple concept, it's just so easy to see that thinking and feeling about the thing that you want to manifest is going to feel better than doubting that it could ever happen. Or just always asking for it. That's no good. Make it happen. And the way to do that is at least first thinking about it. And then acting upon it is a whole another level, and I'll make a video about that someday, I'm sure. Of course, it will be in the flow, because that's how it goes. Yeah, I feel complete. I'm sorry for the sloppiness of these videos. I've been making a commitment to share and express my thoughts. So I've got this little notepad here that I've been filling with like different ideas that pop up in my head. So rather than keeping them to myself or just writing in my journal, I've set the intention to make these live videos. So yeah, I'm writing down a little topic, and that's all I'm writing down. The rest of it is just, I just want to be here now and share this with you. So thank you for listening. If there's any topic that you guys want to talk more about from my videos, or if there's anything that I haven't brought up yet that you want to hear about, if you have a question about spirit, or magic, or power of the mind, science of the mind, law of attraction, I'm happy to talk about it. I'm happy to help. I'm happy to share. I'm happy to reflect. And I'm happy to learn. So if there's something you don't agree with in my video, feel free to put it in the comments publicly. Let this become a discussion. We're all here to expand, so long as we have a foundation in mutual understanding that the goal is to evolve here. Game on. Bring it. What you got? Let's go. All right, thank you guys, and have an awesome Sunday.